You're starting. You started every week.
No.
No.
You say, welcome back, and I say the name.
It's been so long, I forgot.
Yeah.
It's
been like a month or something.
about 3 weeks.
3 weeks, yeah.
Oh my god. Okay.
We can switch it up if you want.
No, I'm good.
No.
You say race flats too well, okay?
No, I don't.
I can't say the words. I just fucked it up trying to say it. Okay. Well, welcome back after almost a month to
Race Rats podcast.
yeah. We promise we didn't take a break.
Yeah.
Life got in the way. Between both of us being busy with uni and work and being sick. And this episode
Life.
is going to be a double episode because we did miss okay.
Well, we didn't miss it.
We didn't miss filming for the Suzuka Grand Prix.
I just fucked up the sound for the whole video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It did take us a bit because I'd gotten sick and she had been busy. And we finally got to film it after we'd been at a concert. And G was really, really excited about her new hoodie and clipped out her microphones to the hoodie and decided the entire time to play with said hoodie.
Yeah.
Which meant when I went to finally edit it ahead of the Chinese Grand Prix, all of our audio was just and I went, okay.
To be fair, they are new mics, so I think they're a lot more sensitive than the old ones. So I did not realize it would pick up on every single movement I made. I should have known that taking the hood on and off and taking the clip off and moving it and stuff would probably pick it up. But anyways, so yeah, it's my bad.
But it does mean that this episode is a double episode, which I think works more in our favor. Because when we were filming for the Suzuka Grand Prix, there wasn't a lot that went on for it. So we felt a little bit empty for content
Yeah,
that
it's a
week.
bit short.
So this just means that we get extra yapping time. So get comfortable. We have. This is being filmed the day of Miami Grand Prix media day, which means I am currently very McLaren Miami coded. A little bit of extra blue for Ferrari. It feels wrong saying that.
Yeah, I can't really get used to that.
I'm not a Ferrari fan. I'm a fan of a Ferrari driver. So everyone's a Ferrari fan if you ask them.
Which Ferrari driver is that? Are you gonna?
Oh my god, because it's not obvious and I don't yap about him 24/7. Carlos Sainz, if you didn't know.
Well, yeah. Well, usually you're talking more about Lando, to be honest. So.
I do yap about. On here, I yap about Lando a lot more than anyone else. But he is. I'm gonna have to correct myself after I say this. He is my favorite driver, on par with Carlos Sainz. It has felt a little bit more in the last few weeks. I have definitely gone more towards Carlos again. Lando's still top. So Lando and Carlos are still on top together, but I definitely have been more Carlos core over the last little bit for reasons. For personal reasons. Because Carlos Sainz.
Because he exists.
He's existing.
Yeah.
Might take my minute to talk about Arthur today.
No.
To just talk about Carlos.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
You're okay with that? You're okay with that, ladies and gentlemen?
See, I have nothing against Arthur. I just don't really care. To be honest. But I care probably more about Carlos, so yeah.
I definitely care a lot about Carlos. I'll take my second to talk about Arthur now. He's doing well. He's looking handsome. He's doing great with GT3. I didn't take a minute. I said a second. Okay, I just said he's doing great. He's doing great with GT3. That's how Arthur mentioned this week.
Short and sweet.
Keeping it short and sweet. this week because there's a lot more we got to yap about.
Now people are gonna think I'm a hater.
Um,
I'm not a hater. I just
She prefers his brother, okay?
yeah, simple.
Whereas I prefer him. Um, no, it's definitely when it comes to Carlos and Lando, I'm definitely a bit of a Max for yapping. Um, cannot keep my mouth shut about it. I'm scared for the day if they ever catch wind of this, and it's me
just
just
yapping.
At least that's always good things that I have to
Yeah.
say. Like, imagine just yapping about them as much as I do. I'm so sorry. I'm not sorry at all. Never going to be sorry. Anyway, before my dogs take over and decide to cry the entire time we're filming, yeah, we are filming for the Japan Grand Prix and the Chinese Grand Prix. Start with China. No, we'll start with Japan. Japan was first. Oh my god, I have it backwards already. P1 had Verstappen, Perez, and Sainz in 1, 2, and 3. P2 had I'm having to double check because it's been so many weeks. Piastri, Hamilton, and Leclerc. Yeah, we had Piastri up there.
Really?
Yeah, Piastri in 1. And I know Hamilton with his record at the moment in 2. Crazy. Not a Hamilton
Wait, was
hater.
this qualifying?
No, P2. P2.
What's that?
Practice 2.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So, okay. I don't think we've ever fully gone over this. A normal race weekend consists of the 3 days, 4 if you count the Thursday media day.
Yeah.
So Thursday will always be media day. Friday will always be practice 1 and 2. Saturday will always be practice 3 and qualifying, and Sunday will always be the race. That's a standard race weekend. That's not including this year we did move the race to a Saturday, which meant everything was shifted a day forward for I think 2 of the races due to Ramadan falling within it in the countries that they were being raced in. So it was just out of respect, which props to them for that. Then you have a sprint weekend, which is what the Chinese Grand Prix was, which we'll go into when we go into that one more.
Okay.
And stupidly enough, I'm not a fan of this being this. Miami is also going to be a sprint weekend.
Yeah.
I don't like that they've done 2 sprints in a row. Sprints aren't my favorite type of weekend. The thing, the format for sprint weekends now, it has changed this year. Is Thursday still media day? Friday is practice 1 and sprint qualifying. Saturday is sprint race and normal qualifying, and then Sunday's still the race. I don't like that the sprint race comes before the qualifying because it means if anything goes wrong and anyone fucks up their car, they're out of qualifying for the actual race. Not a big fan of that one. But yeah, so P2 was Piastri, Hamilton, and Leclerc. P3 was Verstappen, Perez, and Russell. Yeah, the Mercedes is up there for that week. I don't know. They were doing well. Don't know what was in the Mercedes that week. Qualifying saw us having the starting grid top 10 as Verstappen and Perez front row, Carlando, Norris and Sainz is 3 and 4, second row. We had a Carlando meet up in that second row. That's where I was. In their pocket. I was in their little pocket, ready to race. Row 3, 5 and position 5 and 6 was Alonso and Piastri, the Alpine survivors. Next row was Hamilton and Leclerc, which was funny because when they were announcing this before the race, the main commentator was like, the worst starting position for Leclerc this season and the best starting position for Hamilton. They were the same row. That's sad that 7-time world champion Lewis Hamilton being in 7th was his best starting position.
Yeah, that's not really good.
Yeah, it's not a good year. And Leclerc being in 8th being his worst. That's kind of funny. That's kind of funny this year. And then the last row of the top 10 did see us have the second Mercedes of George Russell and the home hero for that race, Yuki Tsunoda.
Oh, really?
Go
Wait,
Yuki.
what did he
Go
do? How did he
Yuki.
go?
Well, that's what we're about to talk about. So race results.
Oh, of course, yeah, he's Japan. Yeah.
Race results. Yuki in the points.
Woo! Yay!
He did come 10th. That is in the points. Our
Not
home hero
not great,
was in
but
the points. I
yeah,
mean, he's in a Visa Cash App RB.
yeah. So
Being anywhere near there is a good, like, you're going great, Yuki. So at the start of the year, I filled out a little thing that was like, it was a fun little thing in one of the Discord servers that I'm in for F1 fans. It's one of the girls' ones, where they got to fill out like predictions for the year.
mm.
And some of the questions they asked of who do we think is going to underperform this year? Who do we think is going to overperform this year? There was like unexpected rivalry, unexpected friendship, like all of this, right? I will be honest and say that my unexpected friendship was Carlos Sainz and Oscar Piastri after all of their beef last year.
Wait, they had beef?
Oh yeah, on track.
Why?
So many different things. I personally would like them to be friends. For my sake and for Lando's sake. He needs his besties to be besties.
Yeah.
He can't. It's like parents of divorce. He can't spend time with one or the other. Like
Yeah.
we got to have a
You
meet up in
gotta-
the middle.
Yeah.
So we're hoping for good things there. I can't remember who my rivalry was. I have a feeling. I need to look into it again. I need to find the document. I have a feeling that I weirdly put the Williams boys because I thought they would be the least problematic. But
Wait, who's in Williams again? I forget.
Alex Albon
Oh
and
yeah.
Logan Sargent?
Okay.
And I feel like it might be coming true with what's happened. We won't go there though. Race results though. 1, 2, and 3, Verstappen, Perez, Sainz. Another podium
Okay.
for my prince. I like calling him a little podium prince. You know, his little
That's
Disney
cute.
Disney prince.
That's Red Bull one too, right?
Yeah, Red Bull 1, 2. We did see Leclerc in 4th. Norris in
Yay.
5th.
Oh,
Yay.
yay.
And that does come after a really bad race strategy as well. McLaren definitely messed up the race strategy there. It's been a few weeks and I'm still not happy about what happened.
What did they do?
They pitted him for I think a third time really really late. So he lost
I
position
think
for
I
that.
remember, yeah.
Really bad strategy call. Tires were doing fine. He could have made it to the end and kept fighting for the position he was in. But we'll move on from there because obviously they got their shit together for the next race, so I'm not going to hold it against them anymore. Um, Alonso in 6th, Russell in 7th, Piastri in 8th, Hamilton in 9th, and as I mentioned before, Tsunoda in 10th.
Moo.
Go Yuki. Go overperformer of the year. Love it for him. We had Verstappen as fastest lap. What's new there? We had Red Bull as fastest pit stop, and driver of the day being Charles Leclerc.
Yay.
It's your driver of every day, isn't it?
Yeah.
Um, race. Oh my god, I can't speak. Regarding the race is what I'm trying to get out. We did have. That's right. I was double checking. I was right with who was involved because it's been a few weeks and I didn't want to be wrong about this. Yeah, start of the race. Alex Albon, Daniel Ricciardo.
Not good.
That was still technically Sargent's car too. So
Oh
after
yeah.
after
Oh my god, I forgot
Albon
all about that.
destroying his Williams in Australia, meaning Sargent didn't get to race because Williams gave him Sargent's car, still annoys me. We did see Sargent back in the race for this one, but they did announce that He was using the repaired chassis, um, because it was going to be too much work in such little time to give Albon back his car. I think that's BS. We'll leave it at that. And then, yeah, within seconds of the race, crash into Ricardo. It will look. We'll leave it. I do remember this quite vividly now that I'm thinking about it. Um, it was just a racing incident. It was no one with that one. We will say no one's at fault. It was just wrong place, wrong
Was
time.
it like right at the beginning of the
Yeah.
race?
Yeah. So I think if I remember correctly, Ricardo was looking in one mirror because he was seeing where Stroll was because he knew Stroll was coming up the inside.
Yeah.
And Albon had just come a little bit too close to his back tire, clipped it on the other side, and yeah, as they were going around a corner. So it was just wrong place, wrong time incident. We'll give it that. It was not. I'll wait. Yeah, it was just wrong place, wrong time. We'll leave it at that. That incident. There was nothing else that needed to be said about that one.
Yeah.
Nothing else needed to be said. Right. Yeah, so that one was just is what it is. Don't think there's anything else really notable about that one from what I remember. Other than Stroll's radio message at the end where he was imitating Alonso over the radio. And that was kind of funny. I'll give Stroll that one. Like he even like changed the tone and pitch of his voice. And it was a good radio message. Yeah, nothing much more to say about that one. That one was very good race. Actually, no, I do have one thing I want to say about that one. Not really race related. Special livery or helmet design wise, because obviously we're getting to that part where there's a few new ones. Lando's special helmet for Suzuka, beautiful.
I don't
Beautiful.
remember it.
Loved it. It was pink and purple.
Yeah.
It was very Tokyo Drift inspired.
Oh, nice.
And he did have an LN4 merch collection related to it. And it was just beautiful. I loved it. Great designing on that. I mean, Lando doesn't miss with his helmets, in all honesty. I don't think he's ever had a helmet that wasn't a hit. Like, he does really well with his designs.
He knows what.
Well, his Vegas one last year
and what other people like.
was a collab with Mischief and had all the snakes and that on it.
Mischief?
Yeah, the brand. Oh my god, fangs. Yeah, so he had a great merch collection for that one. Great helmet for that one. Loved everything about it. And then we had the Chinese Grand Prix, which as I said was a sprint weekend. So P1 results, we saw this one.
I know nothing about what happened in this one.
Oh, so this is gonna be news for you. This is one of the moments where I say, "What the hell, polar bear doing in Arlington, Texas?"
I still don't understand that.
What the hell, the polar bear doing in Arlington, Texas? P1 for practice one. Sorry, yeah, P1 for P1. Lance Stroll. What the hell, the polar bear doing in Arlington, Texas? What the hell, the Aston Martin doing in P1? Oscar Piastri P2 and Max Verstappen P3.
Okay.
Mixed bag.
Yeah.
Mixed reactions. We did also see in that P1, we did see an Alpine in the top 10. We did see a Williams in the top 10. We did see a V carb in the top 10, and we did see a Stake F1 Team Kickstarter in the top 10.
So
and
we've seen a bit of everything.
And both Haas boys.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was a bit of a weird run, that one. I think it was the weather. I think there ended up being something to do with the weather.
What was the weather?
I think I've blanked on it, but it
It
wasn't.
was weathering.
It was weathering. No, I think it was something to do with it was like a rainstorm that hit or something like that,
Oh,
and there was
okay.
no point sending them out.
Yeah.
If I'm remembering correctly, I could be wrong. Then we had sprint qualifying, which saw. I have to give myself a minute for this. Pole position for the sprint race. Pole position. Lando Norris.
Woo!
Lando Norris. Stop the
LN4.
clocks. Stop the clocks. Don't need to race. Lando in P1.
Yeah, just cancel the race altogether, and
I
we'll
wish,
just
honestly, I wish we had.
leave it at that.
I wish we had. And then we had Hamilton in P2 and Alonso in P3.
Hamilton back in P2. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
He's making his way back up.
Yeah. It was very unfortunate. The results of the sprint though.
Unfortunate in what way? Like for your favorite drivers, or just unfortunate in general?
Um, for Lando,
For Lando.
he made a mistake at the start, and it definitely cost him the race. This is one that I had complete faith he could have won. I mean, he was starting pole position again, and that's always a good sign. Other than the fact that he also has Max Verstappen on track, it is what it is.
Yeah.
He messed up the start and
In what way?
just made a bad call going around one of the first corners
Yeah.
and lost position to Hamilton.
Oh, okay.
And then once you lose it, you kind of
it's hard to gain. Yeah.
With Lando, I've definitely seen it way too much now, and it makes me sad that that's how his brain works. But when he does something like that, he then holds it against himself and loses confidence out on track.
Right. Okay.
So he lost that position from that mistake, and it just kind of felt like that was it. Like he was still fighting, not as much as he would outside of that. So yeah, the sprint results did see Verstappen, Hamilton, Perez up on the podium. Leclerc and Sainz in 4th and 5th.
Okay.
Norris and Piastri 6th and 7th.
Oh, nice. So they kind of stuck together in the.
Yeah, we had a double Ferrari, double McLaren. We love that. Then we had actual qualifying. Actual qualifying saw the starting top 10 as Verstappen, Perez, Alonso, Norris, Piastri, Leclerc, Sainz, Russell, Hulkenberg, and Bottas.
The top 10.
Top 10 for that. Alpine didn't do too horrible in that qualifying, with both of them making it into Q2 that time.
Into what?
Q2, so qualifying 2.
Oh,
so you have qualifying runs in 3 sessions. So first session, the last 5 get knocked out. Second session, the next 5 get knocked out. A third session, those top 10 fight for what their starting position is going to be for the race. Both Alpines made it to Q2.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good job.
Right. Go Gasly. So we had the race results as Verstappen, Norris, and Perez.
In what, sir?
The race results.
Yeah.
Verstappen, Norris, Perez.
No, for the race, like the actual race results. Norris in P2? Wow.
So this did cause a bit of controversy after because he made a comment to media about how when he finishes second behind Verstappen, it feels like a win.
Yeah.
And he is not the first driver to say that.
I'm sure
he's
many
not
of
the
them
second,
feel that way.
He's not the 7th. It's been said so many times by so many different drivers. It's not going to be the last time it gets said by a driver. It's a common thing. They all know about Verstappen's dominance and how much of a lead he has.
Yeah, he's too good at winning.
Yeah. So when they finish P2, it does feel like a win for them.
Yeah.
because the only one in front of you is the Dutch Lion himself. And he copped so much backlash online of that's a loser's mentality,
Wait, really?
Yeah, he got ripped into for
A
this
loser's.
because he's not even trying to win. Like, that's just a cop out. Like, that's a loser's mentality. Like, none of them can beat Verstappen. Like, they've accepted this. So many drivers have said it. Why is he the one that's still copying it? It's anytime he says anything
It's
like
always
this.
Lando though.
Yeah.
Like he's always copying.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. He can't breathe without being
You're
without catching
breathing
straights.
up.
Yeah, pretty much.
We hate you for breathing.
Um yeah, we did. So the rest of the top 10 was Leclerc in fourth, Sainz in fifth, Russell in sixth, Alonso in seventh, Piastri in eighth, Hamilton in ninth, and Hulkenberg in 10th.
Hulkenberg. I cannot hear his name without saying that. I'm sorry.
We'll talk about something later. I have something to say about that. So yeah, unfortunately, home hero Zhou Guanyu did not make the top 10 like we hoped, like Yuki got to
Yeah,
for
for his home race.
But I don't know if you saw this.
I know nothing.
They brought out a pit board just for Zhou Guanyu to line his car up when he finished on the main straight again, so he could get a warm welcome from the home fans
Oh,
after the
that's
race.
cute.
Yeah, it was the first Chinese Grand Prix in 5 years.
Right.
So it was his first home race.
That's nice.
And the fact that they did that for him, like this special board and everything, was so beautiful to see. Seeing him cry at just the love he was getting from his home fans, it brought me to tears. I was like, that's beautiful, and I wish we got to see more of that, because I feel like he's very underrated. He's a good driver. He just drives a sour.
So it's not his fault.
It's not his fault.
That he drives a bad car.
Not so great car. Yeah. We did have 3 DNFs that race. We had Bottas, Sonoda, and Ricardo. So both RBs were out.
Why? Why didn't they finish?
Sonoda was an incident with, I think, Hulkenberg.
That's another.
Where he got clipped and it burst his tyre.
Oh, okay.
So he was out.
It's another DNF for Ricardo, though.
It's another DNF for Ricardo.
Not
that
good.
Wasn't even his fault.
Yeah.
So this race was a little bit more spicy. This race saw quite a few safety cars and such. This race saw. I gotta get comfortable for this. I'm wearing jeans. This is not comfortable.
Mistake.
So under a safety car, they all got a little bit backed up towards the back of the pack and caused a bit of a chicane effect at one stage. Lando jokingly blamed it on Verstappen in the cool down room.
Yeah.
When they were rewatching the incident, because they're like, that was your fault. It kind of was, but in a funny way. Basically, Verstappen was doing his little thing where he gets ready to go again because you can't overtake under the safety car, which is how they all line up. And obviously, being slower than the actual race, they try and keep their tires warm by swerving, all of that.
Mm-hmm. I always wondered why they were doing these little
it's to keep tires warm. It's to keep their tires warm, because that's how they get the pace out.
Yeah.
And it must have looked like he was about to go, like the safety car was about to finish.
Yeah.
I wasn't. Which some people were paying attention, which caused a little bit of a backup because obviously they had to brake suddenly. And some people don't look at brakes or what's happening ahead because they're too busy. And I saw the driver cam footage. He was looking the other way. He wasn't looking ahead of him. Some people don't pay attention and go up the arse of other drivers. Some people take the Taylor Swift song that was released in the 24 hours prior that says, I'm an Aston Martin that you steered straight into a ditch, took it literally and went straight into a Ricardo.
It's just so funny though.
It's so good.
The
Thank you, Lance Stroll.
irony.
Not to name names, Lance Stroll.
Thank you, Taylor Swift.
Thank you, Taylor Swift.
I'm not a Swiftie, but I did listen to the new album when
some of the songs are really good.
it came on the radio, and I just let it play. And
I'm not a Swiftie, but some of the songs are really catchy.
I enjoyed it. My mom also likes a few of them, so yeah,
we love that.
Yeah,
we love that.
She's been playing them around the house, so that's nice.
Yeah, some of them have definitely made it into my on repeat. I'm not going to mention which one. Yeah, so obviously we had that lovely incident where he went into the back of Ricardo, which did cause a lot of damage to Ricardo's car, causing him to DNF. Can you not? We're about to have audio issues for a second.
Sorry.
Filming.
I'm very distracted today.
I need to get you a fidget toy while we film.
I need one. I'm just pulling it.
Next episode, she's going to be playing with something. Don't worry.
Yeah, I need
something to distract. Yeah. So him going into the back of Ricardo did jump Ricardo into the back of Piastri, which did cause issues with, if I remember correctly, his cooling systems in the back, which did ruin his race a little bit, because obviously the car was then underperforming for what it should have been because it couldn't get things done right. He did finish though. Piastri did finish, and still finished in the points, so that's all that matters. The worst part about it is the fact that while this was all going on, after the race, during media duties, some things were said.
Wait, by whom?
So Stroll got asked about it, and Stroll said it was no one's fault. He brake checked me.
Brake check?
Yeah, he just suddenly put his brakes on as if everyone didn't have their brakes on.
I didn't know that was a thing until recently.
The whole thing. And then he said it was just a Constantina effect, and that's what caused the accident. It was no one's fault.
A what effect?
Constantina effect.
What is that? Sounds made up.
Give it that.
I'm not a hater.
And then Ricardo got asked about it, and Ricardo tried to be civil about it until he heard that Stroll was not taking responsibility and was still trying to blame Ricardo for the incident when Ricardo wasn't in the wrong. And basically, so hot of him, I can say that because it was. Ricardo got a little bit pissed off and was like, nah, that's pissed me off. I've tried to be civil. That's made me angry. I was like, oh, okay. I have issues. I should not have found that as attractive as it was that he was angry. We've spoken about me having issues with this before. But yes, basically Ricardo got really, really pissed off about this and was like, he's not taking responsibility. He's putting blame on everyone else. What is this? Like, what is this kid's problem? And then we have Oscar Piastri, who got asked and was just like, well, no one else crashed, so Oscar. I have so much love for Oscar Piastri, not only because he's a homeboy. He's another Aussie. You know, obviously we support the Aussies on the grid, but because I was talking to somebody about this the other day, where his rookie season didn't feel like a rookie season because he handles his car so well, he handles himself so well, and just remains so calm under pressure that it's wonderful to watch, and it just makes you feel like he's been racing in this level for so long. And it being his second year, it doesn't feel like his second year because of the same things. He's definitely gotten more comfortable with media.
Yeah.
He's definitely gotten more comfortable on social media. Our favorite TikToker now.
Does he make TikTok?
He just created a TikTok account, and it's been kind of wonderful, and I love it.
Nice. If I had TikTok, I would watch.
It's kind of he's so millennial TikTok though. And then so he's definitely taken it all in his stride, and he doesn't get angry about things, and he doesn't. He stays clear of it all. So the fact that he just very calmly did say, well, no one else crashed, so, and left it at that.
Mm.
Wonderful media training for Oscar Piastri. We love it. We love it. We love it. I don't think I mentioned it before, but fastest lap was I'm gonna have so much fun with this filming and editing and audio.
It's just thumbs up
Yeah,
everything.
yeah. I'm here
About
yapping
this.
away about the results, and you're here like, oh, let's play with the microphones again, as if
I'm not playing with the microphone. I'm putting my ring on the butterfly's antenna.
okay. Anyway, fastest lap, Fernando Alonso. Fastest pit stop,
Wait,
Red
really?
Bull. Yeah, right.
Alonso.
Shocking.
Very nice.
Fastest pit stop, Red Bull, and driver of the day. A fantastic race. Led the race at one point. Great strategy calls from the team this week. Great tire management from this driver because he does well with that. Lando Norris.
Wow. Nice job, Lando.
I know that's
That
right.
sounded really
I know that's right.
sarcastic. Good job,
I saw
Lando.
Sonny's. Driver of the day. Well deserved too, because he ran a great race that day. Strategy wise, he knew when to say no when they're like, "Do you think it's worth it?" He knew the right calls to make. It was funny though because his race engineer Will was busy celebrating the Pichu, and Leno did also shout out Will's mum's birthday and his own mum's
Who's
birthday.
Will?
His race engineer.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's
Um,
nice.
and his own mum's birthday, and wasn't paying attention and forgot to tell him where um, to go to the grid for his P2 spot. So Lando almost got in trouble for that because he
Uh-oh.
went past it, and they were basically like, "Yeah, now you just have to park at FIA garages, and we'll figure it out from there." So funny to watch that because Lando just looked so lost. Mind you, not only did Mans miss where he was supposed to park up, when he gets to the cool down room, sits in Verstappen's P1 chair wearing Perez's P3 hat. I don't think Mans knew where he finished that day. He just kind of was there for the vibes. He said, "I'm here." That's it. Leave it at that. Um, it was quite funny. I did very much enjoy that.
Hmm.
And yeah, it was definitely a race worth watching. Outside of that, paddock talk wise, because it has been so long since we filmed, there's a little bit to go over.
Stuff that I also don't know
Yeah,
about.
probably.
I feel like I've just been on a different planet for like a couple of
It's true.
weeks.
We did go out last weekend.
Yeah.
So there's a few things that you know, there's a few things that you don't know. Some of these are fun, some of these are shocking, some of these just exist. Basically, what have we had go on? Driver move. Hulkenberg. Hulkenberg's
Move.
leaving Haas.
Oh, really? Where's
Yep.
he going?
Sauber.
Oh, okay.
So he's doing the year stint at Sauber.
So who's leaving Sauber?
We don't know yet. So we will find out actually very soon. I'll talk about that in a second.
Mm-hmm.
So he's doing the year stint at Sauber, and then he's being signed to Audi. So he's been signed to the Audi program because obviously Audi is taking over Sauber in 2026. So Stake F1 team kicks Sauber out, Audi in.
Mm-hmm.
So he was their first driver announcement for the Audi program, which means he's doing the year stint at Sauber for 2025. Now, they have been trying to get Carlos Sainz to partner him. Audi have been very vocal about wanting Sainz. Sainz has been very vocal about Audi wanting him, and you know the him possibly going there, and that was supposed to be the main move. Obviously, there's a year between him leaving Ferrari and Audi joining the grid.
I forgot Audi were joining.
Yeah. So, as of this morning, it's been reported, and I've seen a little bit about this leading up to this. So there is a high chance that this is true. It was reported up until now that Signs was running out of time to accept the offer Audi were giving him. If he doesn't accept,
Wait, signs. Wait,
they
Audi.
they'd already put their offer on the table,
Oh, okay.
which would mean he drove for Sauber for the year as well. Before that,
Mm-hmm.
um, but he was running out of time to accept, and they were starting to look at others on the driver market, some of whom are both the Alpine boys. I know were both the Alpine boys were on their list, as well as a few others. So it was very interesting to see who they've got their eye on outside of Signs, because obviously Signs is such a hot commodity. He is so top tier in this driver market right now that it's going to be interesting where he decides. It's come out this morning. Apparently, the time has come. Um, he's out of time to accept the offer, which does look like Audi's off the table.
So he hasn't accepted it.
He did not accept it. No,
Doesn't
he did
want
not.
it.
He doesn't want it. So basically, apparently, what he's holding out for, and this is when I say shocking driver moves, is it's rumored, almost confirmed, the rumor, Verstappen to be meeting with Mercedes in Miami.
Oh, I heard about this actually.
Because
Yeah.
Mercedes is offering him 100 and something million as a contract, as well as a mentorship.
That amount of
So
money is just like incomprehensible.
right,
Honestly, I like
like
literally.
knowing what he's on this year was crazy to me.
Can you
And
imagine?
then finding out he's now like that he's being offered the hundreds. Like, I mean, it makes sense. A driver of that caliber,
Yeah, he's
but
so
like
good at
the fact,
winning.
basically, they're offering him. They want him so bad that they're offering him all these things supposedly that Hamilton tried to get, and they said no.
But what if he were to move and the car is like not what he's good
So,
used to, or it's I don't know, it's shit, and then he like loses everything. Yeah.
I mean, he had a pretty good dominance before Red Bull sorted their things out with their car, but that was part of the contract.
Mm.
Is they were offering to pay out to get certain Red Bull members to come over to Mercedes to help with this.
Mm.
The biggest person on that move, which was rumored a few months ago to be leaving because of the Christian Horner incidents.
Has that been
No, we don't talk about it.
Okay.
We don't talk about it. But the biggest move was Chief Technical Director Adrian Newey. Now, Adrian Newey, you wouldn't know who this is and what he does.
No, I don't.
Basically, he is the designer of the rocket ship that has been the RB-19, the RB-20, all of that.
Oh.
He used to work for McLaren.
Mm-hmm.
He moved over to Red Bull. Funnily enough, I found out a while ago, my mum, in the job that she's in now, because she's moved from one very important sector to another. I'm very proud of my mother. She had a work presentation that she had to sit in one day that was like this talk that they had to go to, and she came out of it. No, sorry, that day she sent me a video from it, and the video she sent me was of the Bahrain Grand Prix that had just happened days prior. And I was like, I'm sorry, what lecture are you in right now for your work that involves F1 and the race that's just happened? And she tried to fight me on this. It was so funny. She's like, it can't have been it can't be that race. There's no way they got that footage that fast. Woman, I know my Grand Prix. I know exactly when in the race that part that she sent me was happening. And I ended up being right about it. She hates when I'm right. And then I went over to have dinner there a few days after, and she was explaining this guy to me. And I found out that the guy that had done this lecture for her work, that was organized by the head of where she works. I'm trying to like not give away too much. Um, used to work for Red Bull and used to work for McLaren.
Wait, someone at her work?
The guy that was presenting through the guy that she works, like the main guy for where she
Wow,
works.
that's so cool though. But why?
Yeah, so he worked alongside Adrian Newey. So they worked at McLaren together. Newey left first, and then Newey called him up a bit after and said, "Hey, we want you over here to work on this with us." He now doesn't work for F1 anymore. This guy, he's back in Australia. And I found out the other day because my mum just has this guy connected to her now, and like I told you, remember when I was talking about like closing in my degrees of separation jokingly about this? No, my mother literally has this man on LinkedIn now. Like they chat. She out here chatting to this ex F1 designer that knows Adrian Newey. And I'm sitting in the background like, what can
Hold
I
on, let me get in on
can I
this.
talk to him, please? I want part of this. Um yeah, he's now working on hypercars.
Ooh.
So, big thing that's happened this week, Adrian Newey announced he's leaving Red Bull. Except I'm a little bit confused about the announcement because Red Bull have said he's stepping back from the F1 side of things, but is still going to be working with Red Bull on their highly anticipated RB17 hypercar. And then I told my mum about this the other day because obviously I'm getting in the car with her yapping away about this, being like, "Remember me telling you about Adrian Newey and that guy that you know? Funny." And then I was telling her about it, and she goes, "Oh yeah, he's working because this is how I found out this guy's working on hypercars now." She's like, "Yeah, he's probably coming back to work with this guy on the hypercars." I said, "Sorry, you
Hold
didn't tell
on.
me the man."
I love your mom. She's just like, because
She's dropping little
it's
things
just
to me, and I'm
stuff that she knows would like
no, and the
set
best
you
part about
off.
this, me yapping about F1 to her, she hates. I start telling her things, I'm like, "You'll never guess what happened." And
And
she
she's
goes,
like,
"I literally don't care." But then every so often, she sprinkles this on me and goes, "Thought you'd enjoy."
she
Really?
secretly loves it. She's just,
She loves
keeping you
setting
on
me,
your
she loves
toes.
setting me off. She likes messing with me. Um, but yeah,
Why not?
I have a feeling that he might be back working, this guy might be working with Newey on the hypercars. But
Mm.
that then means, because obviously this became speculation when the rumor that it was going to happen was if he's leaving Red Bull F1, other teams were trying to snag him. That's part of the Mercedes deal, is that they were trying to bring Newey over to help design their car for Verstappen.
Mm.
Obviously, Newey said there was 5 offers on the table. There was Mercedes, Aston Martin, McLaren, Ferrari, or retirement in general.
That's so
Like just
funny.
leaving, right?
Just like
That's
none of them, just
now
retiring.
Newey apparently came out and said he doesn't want to go to Aston Martin because he doesn't want to further, I'm gonna hate if I quote this wrong, doesn't want to further the team and the car for Lawrence Stroll to just sell it off for more money. So he doesn't want it to be a money grab. He doesn't want to go to Mercedes because there's too much work to be done and doesn't have a great opinion on Toto Wolff apparently. That was shocking to me. Didn't see that coming. The car side, yes, way too much work. Leave that
Wait,
Mercedes
doesn't have
alone.
a good opinion of Toto Wolff. For
Yeah,
what
I don't know. I
reason?
don't know. I'm not getting involved.
How could you not like him?
I don't know.
I mean,
So
I'm
then obviously that
a bit
left Ferrari
biased.
and either Ferrari or him going back to McLaren, which as a McLaren girly, I want Adrian Newey back with us. So it's still cloudy if there's a chance he could be going to Ferrari or back to McLaren.
Cloudy
Um,
with a chance.
because all they've said is that he's stepping back from the Red Bull F1 side to work on the Red Bull hypercars. So it's a bit cloudy as to if he can join another team or what. It won't be for 2025 though, because they did say it's in the first quarter of 2025 that he's leaving. So at that point, the cars are pretty much built. He's got no design control over them, there's no point in him going over. I think he's taking, from what I remember seeing, he's taking gardening leave for the 12 months. So he could be joining.
Gardening leave?
It's a term for basically they can't join another team for a little bit.
Why is it called
I don't, because they enjoy gardening. I don't know.
That's so funny.
I don't know what they do in England. But yes, basically he's going to be out for at least a year, and then he could be coming back to Ferrari, could come back to McLaren, or he could just not come back at all. So yeah, Newey is out of Red Bull, so we're going to see how that car design goes next year, and Verstappen's dominance. This could be our year. And then we've got. He's kicking my little feeties right now. Abuse. We've got signs. So because this all comes back to the reason I've been yapping so long. This all comes back to signs. So as I said, Verstappen
all comes
meeting
back
up,
to signs.
the
Everything.
signs lead to signs.
Everything
You know,
comes back to signs.
Verstappen is reportedly meeting with Mercedes about his future, which means there could be a Red Bull seat, which obviously Red Bull have been very vocal about wanting signs anyway.
Yeah.
So he could, if Verstappen leaves, he could have Verstappen's seat. Checo could be going to another team. That's been rumored recently. So basically, I think he's just waiting to see if he's going to have a seat with Red Bull or Mercedes. Is the top two at the moment contenders. It would only be those two at this point. He wouldn't go to any of the midfield or lower teams. There's no point.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically we should know in the next few weeks as to what's happening.
Wait, what are the
with
two
Carlos Sainz.
options again?
Red Bull and Mercedes.
He was in Red Bull before that, wasn't he?
He was a Red Bull Junior. Yeah, and he drove Toro for Toro Rosso.
Has he been with Mercedes before?
No.
So maybe he'll try something new.
Yeah, but out of the two cars, if you're gonna go one of them, you're going to the Red Bull.
Yeah.
So it's more just if that seat's going to be available to him at this point, because his dad also drives for Red Bull in the rally side. So he comes from a Red Bull family. Comes from a little Red Bull family. So yeah, that's driver market wise. That's the only update we have so far. Oh, and Alonso. Alonso has announced he's staying with Aston Martin, so he's off the table for Mercedes. I don't think there's been any other driver announcements of anyone staying or going. So I guess we're just going to keep an eye out over the next few weeks, because it will be next few weeks that it starts happening.
Really?
Yeah, this is silly season. Silly season started early.
Didn't silly season already happen?
No. This entire year is going to be until all the contracts for 2025 are announced.
Oh.
This is silly season. Silly season started early this year.
It's just a whole silly year.
Yeah, it started early this year. And this is the biggest silly season we've had, I think, ever, because 90% of the driver market was out of contract this year. So it's going to be interesting to see who stays, who goes, who moves. Obviously, we know Ferrari is now full next year. McLaren is now full next year. And Aston Martin's full because Stroll has a strolling contract, as I like to call it.
That's funny.
So with Alonso announcing he's staying, that is what it is. Outside of the driver market, what have we had go on? Okay, well, it's Miami week, so we may as well talk a bit.
It's Miami.
I can suck my head all week. It is Miami Media Day, so obviously next episode is going to be about Miami. But I'm excited. There's been a lot going on. No, before we talk about Miami, let's talk about what happened before Miami. Let's talk about Lando in Berlin for King's Day.
What is King's Day?
It's a national holiday over there where they celebrate their king.
In Germany.
In what? In
Berlin's in Germany.
Am I thinking of something? I might be thinking. No, sorry. He was supposed to. Yeah, he was supposed to be going. Yeah, Belgium.
I was thinking, Germany don't have a king, do they? They've got prime minister.
I'm thinking of something else. I'm thinking of something completely different. Anyway, something else that happened. What we don't talk about. Yeah, he went. He was with Martin Garrix. He was with his wag Martin again. Ended up on a boat party that Martin and. Do you remember the YouTuber My Life As Ever?
The what?
The YouTuber My Life As Ever.
No.
Oh, she was very popular back then. She's a DJ
Sorry, I
now.
think I'm too young for that.
Oh,
Because
I turn I turn
before my time.
28 and suddenly I'm
She's
going into a
even
retirement.
older now. She's 28.
Yeah.
That's what happened. It was your birthday in the past couple of weeks as well.
Yeah. It's been my birthday in the past couple of weeks as well. Um she's a DJ now, basically. Her and Martin were DJing this little boat party that was full. Funnily enough, we were out the same night that Lando was out partying.
We were
Different
partying.
time zones, same time partying though, which was hilarious because
So
I'm.
what time are they partying
It's
at
during the
then?
day. It was during the day. Yeah, he was the entire day. Um, so we're out, and I'm seeing these updates about Lando, who doesn't drink anymore. That man was drunk as hell.
Wait, he said he doesn't drink
He said
anymore?
it a while ago. He very rarely does drink these
He
days.
was so drunk in
That's
that,
what that's the funniest
obviously,
part. That's the
though.
funniest part. Is he was so gone, and the footage of this man this day has given me so much fuel. It's so funny. Um, well, let's leave that at that. But it did come out that we were in the car home. Neither of us were driving. We were being driven.
We're responsible.
Responsible.
Don't drink and drive.
Yeah, just felt like I
Ever.
had to clarify that when I was like, we're both in the car.
Yeah,
Um,
after being out partying.
and also being drunk as shit.
Yeah.
Um, and I remember just passing my phone over to you. You probably don't remember this. And it's just Lando's face being absolutely fucked up. Bandaged like a mummy because they were all so drunk on that boat
I
that no one could
I
bandage
think
him
I
properly.
vaguely remember it. I was just so confused. Like, what the hell happened to this
Yeah.
guy?
So turns out, came out a few days later. Turns out what had happened was he cut his nose on a broken glass. So
What?
Lando. That is so Lando.
His nose? Was he drinking it like that?
I don't know what happened. I don't know if it got him from somebody else or what. That side of it has come out.
Yeah.
All it is that it's a nice gash across his
It
nose, and it is a deep
looks
gash.
it looks like the kind of gash you'd get if you get punched in the nose, though. That's
It
the
really
thing.
did. That's why everyone's like, "What the
Did he
hell
get into
happened
a
on that boat?"
fight? Like,
No, man's just
clumsy as fuck.
man's just got taken out by a broken glass. Um, Other footage on this boat includes um, it's like parked up on the side somewhere, and someone got footage of him just munching on pizza, like pizza rolled. He's a pizza roll, like a folder, rolling folder. He's a pizza folder like me, and I love that for him.
A folder.
Yeah, have you ever like you take the slice and you like you fold it?
A pizza.
Yeah, pizza.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he
Only
does that.
when it's got like heaps of toppings, yeah.
He does that too.
So like if you have
Um,
like floppy pizza and
yeah, just yeah.
yeah.
Thank you. There was also footage where he realized he was being filmed from someone outside the boat. And the moment he caught sight of that camera, starts doing his little dancey dance. That little dance that he does gives me so much life because he's a little party boy. He's a
I
little
love
frat
that.
boy.
He's serving the camera.
He is very. I'm very frat core coded.
Mm,
We've learned this.
yeah.
It
Just
doesn't.
you need the hat.
I know I don't have the hat
Oh.
on. I'm very frat core coded and always have been. I love being a little frat boy. Um, it's quite funny. It's my attitude
Funny
towards
though,
it's great.
because you're very frat boy, but you are not sorority girl at all.
Yeah, you'd think if it was anything, I'd be sorority girl. No, I am a frat boy through and through, and I'm proud of that. And yeah, Lando is also very frat boy coded, and it's quite funny because I think our personalities in that way, we'd be great friends. I think me and Lando could be great friends purely for the fact of it would be immeasurable chaos. Um, but with like a slash of frat boy, you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was drunk as hell. I was drunk as hell. My group chat were laughing about how drunk I was that night. And obviously at the same time we're talking about Lando and his nose and like what the hell's happened. Me drunk as hell, remembering I have a business account on Instagram
Business.
because of
I
my
think
my past. Um
your past?
Yeah, because of the way my Instagram's run, Instagram made me switch it over to a business account years ago.
I had a
Um,
business account for a while, but then
Great.
I got into too many fights in the comments and my account got deactivated. So
I love that. Yeah, because of the I don't even know why, but yeah, years ago it made it switch over to a business account, which is great because I forget this sometimes, and I'm out here texting Lando Norris like we're best friends that night. Um, and seeing these messages back was so funny. Because the first one literally just says, "Hey, I hear we're both drunk as shit right now. Um, what happened to your face, bitch?"
You said
Yeah, I
this?
said this.
Why do what?
And it's funny because the only notification I got from that was that he wasn't notified because his phone was in silent mode.
Well, he
Yep.
told you his phone was on silent mode though.
Yep. Anyway,
That's
second message I then
hilarious.
decided there was a second message. Second message I then decided said, "I'm so sorry if he sees this now, by the way. I don't think he's ever going to see this. Let's leave it at that. But if by some godforsaken chance he sees this, I'm so sorry." The second message I sent was, "Nah, be real with me right now. Did you fall and eat shit? Because that's kind of everything. Why
Like
am I
you?
bullying? Yeah. Why? Shut up. Why would you do that? Why am I out here messaging him like we're besties, but also roasting him in the DMs?
I mean, that's
Couldn't tell you
it's better
guys.
than simping.
Yeah, I'm not out here simping in his DMs. I'm out here acting like we're best friends already. Again, the message is very frat boy coded, being like, "Did you eat shit,
Dude.
dude, bro? What
Bro.
is wrong with me? There's so many things wrong with me. Don't answer that question." But yeah, just wasn't notified because his phone was on silent mode. It's funny, isn't it?
Did it tell you when he's not on silent mode?
Well, I haven't messaged him when
Well, you
he's not
should
on
go
silent.
check in your conversation then.
No. Because if you send a message and they're on silent mode, it'll be like, "Oh, the person wasn't notified because they're on
Yeah,
silent mode."
okay.
So I'm not risking it now that I'm sober. Like, sorry, I was drunk. That wasn't me. Have a good day.
No, you gotta
Oh,
leave
leave it
it.
alone.
Leave it.
Leave it alone. Um, Terrifying. I can't believe I did that. Can't believe I did that. The group chat egged me on. Thank you, LNW. We love. Well, I can't believe that group chat has been going for about a month now. And I could not imagine a day that I don't talk to those girls because they are wonderful. Um, from all over the world. Our little group chat we do love. Um, it's an LNW plug in the. I'm not going to say what the LW stands for because that's not needed to be known. Um, but
And here you were saying you're not a simp.
that's that chat is not for simping.
It's just for the other one, the other thing.
But it's funny because we all came together. It's obvious what the LN stands for in the group chat name. Um, we all came together as Lando fans. I am also now I am known throughout the group chat as the Color Scully. Um, I'm proud of that title. I am the Color Scully. They can have Lando. They can have Lando. I want El Matador. I lost my train of thought because now I'm just thinking about it. Thinking about all the photos that have come out in the last 24 hours. Oh my god. Okay, I'm not going to talk about the Miami photos yet. But leading up to Miami, we did obviously have the Ferrari and teasing of the fact that they're going to be blue for Miami.
Which
Welcome to Miami.
it's a nice blue.
Well, yeah, because it's the original Ferrari blues of Azzurro Dino and Azzurro La Plata. Um, La Plata being the lighter blue, Dino being the darker. Um, the race suits look wonderful. The white fireproofs with the blue numbers on the back look wonderful. I wish we could have this all year round. The car we'll talk about next week. Have a good day. No.
Have you seen the car?
Yeah.
Is it nice? We'll talk
We'll
about
see you
next
guys
week.
next week.
Why did I ask?
We'll talk about this after.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about the Miami stuff next week, obviously. I am a little sad there is no special helmet for Lando this year because Lando's Miami helmet's eat. They feed us. We've had the beach ball. We've had the basketball. I miss them. I miss them. We didn't get a special one this year. We got a
We
Suzuka
didn't?
one.
Why not?
I think because it's so close to Suzuka.
Yeah,
Wow.
I guess it would be hard to have like a different helmet for like every single race.
Yeah.
But it's the same helmet, right? Or is it a brand new
Brand new
helmet?
helmet. New design, yeah.
But with like different design.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. So they do this a few times a year. Outside that, I don't think there's really much else that's happened. Oh my god, yes there is. I'm just remembering things as we go. Charles Leclerc released his own ice
And
cream,
his
Lec,
dog.
and got a gorgeous little golden
Little
sausage that is
Leo.
1 apple tall. Leo Leclerc, my favorite Leclerc now. We're not going to have a minute about Arthur anymore. It's going to be a minute about Leo, because Leo Leclerc deserves all the recognition in the world, because that dog and me, same brain.
I love that little dog.
I'd die
It
for that
is
little dog.
so cute. The little
He's so
the little
sassy.
legs.
He's so sassy. Me and that dog are the same person. Charles Leclerc has just adopted me, basically.
You're a dog.
Sorry. I'm a bunny.
You're a dog.
I'm a dog. Love Leo Leclerc. Hope he has the best life. He has currently been thriving. Yeah, he's out in Miami. He's welcome to Miami, Leo edition.
Leo, I'm sorry, when you said Leo edition, I'm just imagining a dog singing that song, but like howling and
Ooh,
barking.
I want that. I want that content. And then yeah. So yeah, Leo Leclerc's out on the scene now. We love Leo Leclerc. And the only other thing I can really think of for us to yap about, other than me spending forever yapping about color signs, because if you want that, I can do a whole episode
You
on
should
color
just have like
signs.
another channel just yapping about him.
But yeah, I mean, it's a side channel to the podcast, and it's just,
Let's
hey
yap
guys,
about
let's talk about
colors.
color signs this week. Oh my god, that's so embarrassing. I could do that so well. Again, I'm a bit of a Max for yapping. Bit of a Max for yapping when it comes to color signs. And Lando Norris, but mainly color signs. The only other thing that's happened since we were last able to film, other than me getting 1 year closer to the grave,
Morbid.
but also 1 year closer to color signs.
Well, you made it past 27, so that's a good one.
That was a big one. Didn't see that coming. No, other thing that happened is the 2025 race calendar being announced,
Oh,
which
was
did
it?
confirm. Was it? We were together.
I'm sorry.
We were together when this happened.
I like I said, I think I've been on a different planet for a couple of weeks.
It got
at
announced
least.
while we were at Bring Me the Horizon. Right at the end, remember? Because I turned
well,
to you when we were waiting, and I was
that's
like,
probably
yeah.
why I don't remember. I
you
was
were drunk.
yeah,
That's right.
I was excited and I'd had a few drinks
I
and
was driving, so I
yeah.
didn't. Yeah,
And that's
Australia.
why I ruined the filming of
Yeah.
So yeah.
Australia is the first race of the season officially. It's
That's
confirmed.
right, I remember.
We'll see you next year at OzGP. Oh my god, we're gonna be able to film content while we're there. Live footage.
Woo, that'll be so much fun.
I was waiting for your brain to kick into that
I'm
one.
sorry. I'm
live
really
footage,
slow today.
race rats out at OzGP.
Yay! That'll be so fun with live footage, and I'll
You're
actually
gonna get so much footage of me
just
drunk.
squealing and yapping and
drunk. I'm gonna be
just vibing,
straight vibing, dude. And like, I think it'll be nice. We'll do a special episode for that one. Because obviously it'll be a year since we started Race Rats at that point.
I think one of the pugs farted.
Yeah, probably. It will be a year since we started Race Rats, which will be a nice little thing.
We started with what
Bahrain this year, which means next year, Australia being the first one, will be a year anniversary since we started Race Rats. So that'll be a nice little thing for us to do.
Yeah.
But also doing a special episode where we're out and about. You're going to see a little bit more of our lives. We're going to make you wait a year for that. But yeah, outside of
Yeah, a
F1,
whole year.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, as we said, this week is Miami week. We're filming this media day, which means I'm gonna have a very quick turnaround to get this out.
Editing queen.
Good thing I'm fast with this. Um, but this week is another sprint weekend. Also an F1 Academy weekend.
There's a lot going on
There's a
there.
lot going on. There's a lot going on. I might not like certain F1 Academy drivers because I think they are baiting.
Attention seeking.
I didn't say it. I didn't say it. Um, which is a shame because I think they could be doing so much for that sport. You know, women supporting women, but
Yeah, but honestly, like,
shameful.
you can only be a girlie's girl if the girlies are girlying. Sorry, that
Girl,
that did not come out right.
girl.
They, it's just like self-respect as well. I don't. Yeah.
Mm, mm.
Enough
I can't.
about
I
that.
can't talk on that.
Yeah.
Legally, I'm not allowed to talk about that.
Legally.
Self-respect. I don't know her.
Well, you have some at least.
Thank you. That's the nicest thing you've ever said about me.
As if that's the nicest thing I've said. You have a bit of self-respect, just a shred.
I'm gonna shed a tear about this now. I can't believe we've gotten to this point. Yeah, yeah. I think that's it. I think that's it for this episode. I'm gonna have so much editing to do.
It's not super long
I
though.
have yapped so much. Thank you. I just want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to you for the fact that when I came up with this idea to do this, and teach you about F1 this year and be able to experience the thing I love the most in this world and share it with you. You were so on board with starting this journey with me. And to anyone who does watch this, whether it's one person, 10 people, just Lando roasting me, whoever, thank you for letting me have a safe space to yap about fast cars that go.
Well, it's fun to hear you yap. I like to just listen. So,
I hope I'm entertaining to someone.
I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun with it all. Thank you for teaching me and for yapping.
So good at this. I'm a professional yapper.
Yeah.
If there was a job in F1 or motorsports in general
Commentator.
that was just yapping.
There are the commentators. They don't yap enough. I think they should. They
No,
don't.
okay. Speaking of the commentators, actually having Nico Rosberg back there on the scene to commentate was great. He having the inside info from Nico Rosberg, great, because like he actually knew what he was talking about when commentating. But also he had some great takes on the race, on the drivers. He sung so much praise for Lando Norris, which is nice to see that somebody that knows what they're talking about is giving Lando praise.
Yeah.
I vote Nico Rosberg comes back to host all the time. And on that note, me and Nico Rosberg just take over.
Nico Ross. Yeah, I think you would do good as just
At least
commentating.
I'd like be able to be like, oh my god, y'all. No, okay. Here's the thing: if I was a commentator, it would be an incident like the Stroll Ricardo Piastri thing, and I'd be like, oh my god, do y'all see that?
It would be very girl coded, I
Do
think.
y'all? Do you need a commentator
Y'all
for
see
the
that?
girlies? I'm right here. Y'all see that?
You
He
you
pulled a
like
Taylor
that?
Swift, drove the Aston Martin straight into a ditch.
You know that girl on Instagram, Nikita Dumptruck, who does like political commentaries for the girlies, like explains stuff.
No, I don't know who
You
that
don't know
is.
her? Well,
Is that me?
I think that's you. I think you should know. Anyways, I love her.
Do I just start doing that on Instagram?
She does
now?
her little walking, goes in little walks, and just explains like politics and stuff, but girl coded. And I think you're her, but like F1, like you just have your little
I
explanations
like
for
to
the
hear that
girlies.
because sometimes when I yap about things, I'm like, do I sound so dumb? Because here's the thing, I'm not very good at explaining what goes on in my head. I went to say something the other day at work to Tom, right?
Hmm.
I think I talk. Tom gets an honorable mention most of these episodes
He does, doesn't he?
by accident, totally by accident. But like glad our king's safe.
I bet
I
he
went
doesn't
to
watch this.
say no, he doesn't.
No, yeah.
We don't care.
So he
He'll never
wouldn't care.
know.
Yeah,
He doesn't
exactly.
know that we praise him on here. He doesn't need
Yeah.
the ego boost. I went to say something to him the other day, but my brain suddenly decided to have 5 different conversations at once. And I just like blurted, I wouldn't even call it a sentence out. And he looked at me and said, "What did you just say?" And I said, "I couldn't tell you. I tried to say 5 different things at once, and I don't think any of them were legible."
That's funny because Steph was having a day like that the other day. She every single time she tried to talk to me, it did not make a single bit of
That was Monday.
Yeah, were you there? I
Yeah,
think
I
you were.
was your manager
Yeah,
that
you were
day.
there, so you know. But yeah, she just struggled that day.
Yeah,
She
it's a
was
good
saying
one.
it was funny.
Yeah, I think it was literally the next day that I've had that.
It's contagious.
Um,
Maybe I'll be next.
Actually, no, maybe I think it was yesterday. Oh, that's bad. No, I don't know, one of the days this week. But I just, yeah, 5 different conversations came out at once, and he was like, "What did you just say?" I was like, "Couldn't tell you, babe. I don't know what I said. You don't know what I said.
Just read my mind.
I
Just
don't think if I
pick it
accidentally
out.
DM'd Lando Norris drunk again, he'd know what I said." Um, you know what? I do have to say though, with those DMs, at least that's what I'm doing. Like, I'm not. That's so funny that I haven't used this to try to slide. I've just
You got
said,
pickup lines.
I've just said, "What's up with your face, bitch?"
I mean,
Word for
maybe
word.
he's into the insults. Maybe that's his kind of. You're like, um, I'm gonna make another reference to another person on Instagram, but I forget this one's name. She just pretends to be Riri something. She like pretends to be pick me girls, and she's always the friend of like someone else's boyfriend. She's like, oh my god, stop
Oh my god, I
it.
follow somebody. Oh, I don't know if I follow them or if I just see their TikToks all the time. There's somebody on TikTok that I follow that's like that, and the videos, I get what you're talking about. They're so
It's
funny.
always just
Where
like
it's
the
like,
bullying
yeah, it's like
thing.
when your boyfriend's girl best friend constantly tries to,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
great
exactly it.
times.
Yeah.
No, you know who I love that I think if I was to be like anyone
Mm,
out there that does this kind of shit,
yeah.
Brittany Broski.
Is she the
Oh my god, I'm in love with another fucking white man.
no? But
Um,
she's the one that the meme was made of when she tried that food and she's like, "Mm," and then like
yes, yes.
yeah, that one.
Oh, I love Brittany Broski so much. Yeah, surprise guest
I
podcast
forgot about.
episode. Let's get Brittany Broski on
Yeah,
here.
join us. Just
Join us,
fly
Brittany
all the
Broski.
way here to
Um,
Sydney.
yeah, why wouldn't you? So helpful. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else for me to yap about today. I got long dogs to go hang out with. You got naps to go take. So I think we're gonna call
I
that
got
an episode.
cats to go feed.
We can call that an episode. I think that was a pretty successful episode for a double.
Yeah,
Um, and we will see you next week. I think it'll be next week. I don't know. Hold on.
when we get around to filming.
Because I gotta check when our next. Yeah. No, we got a week out. We got a week off again after Miami.
Okay,
Then it's a doubleheader again.
cool.
So we'll see you at some point in the next couple of weeks. To talk, not even talk, to yap
More
about the
yeah.
Miami Grand Prix and all the fun stuff that has happened leading up to our next episode. Hopefully, we have some driver movement
That'll be
announcements.
exciting.
I think it will be. And I will just probably ask about Carlos Sainz and Lando Norris more. No, because next week I also get to talk about Danny Rick's porn stash. Look forward to that. Anyway, on that note,
Conflicting.
it's not conflicting. It's the best thing ever.
Yeah.
On that note, have a great week. We love this.
Ending fairy time.
Oh my god, I can't wait to go look at color science photos now.